وطن أكبر، وطن أجمل، وناو يدوم يبقى بيتبوح الليل، صباح الخير لقيماتك، أراديبك، شتو الباي باي، صباح الخير لموت النيل، لجرف النيل، لأعشاب النيل، لنيل النيل، نقار ليلي، بقر ليلي، وطن جادوم، عزيمته قوية ما بتحتس.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to begin our press conference. We'd like to welcome you and apologize for the delay. We had some few administrative issues, so we apologize for that. I also like to thank my colleagues who organized this press conference. They have done a very good job. The purpose of this press conference is to announce the unity between SPLM-IO and the forces of Agwelek, who recently departed from the Salva Kiir administration. And also there's another one of our colleagues. He used to be the director for protocol in the northern Bargazal state. He's Kolangok Akwian Chol. He's also here with us, and he's going to declare his joining the SPLM-IO as well. So with not to delay too much more, I would like to hand over to the head of the committee that was doing the deliberations with the Agwelek forces, our comrade Henry Udwa.
SPLA to enter into talks with the representatives of the Agwelek forces. And for the last 7 days, we have been engaged into how the SPLM-A would work in tandem with the Agwelek forces. I'm sure you're all aware that the regime in Juba is not what we recognize as a government. Right from the beginning up to the time when we rebelled against this government, this is a government that has been involved in corruption. This is a government that has been involved in atrocities, culminating into genocide and other crimes against humanity. And we in the SPLM, SPLA, we would like to get rid of this government and institute a government that will be for all South Sudanese. And in that quest, many and many more South Sudanese are now identifying themselves with the SPLM, SPLA. And it is in this regard that the Agwelek forces have come to join us in the quest to oust the regime of Salva Kiir Mayardit. With those few words, I would like to end here and await your questions at a later time. Thank you very much.
We come as other teams discuss the meetings of Agwelek forces and Agwelek political organs with the SPLM-IO. This took us 7 days discussing the process of merging. We thank God we finished it successfully, and today we declare ourselves, we the Agwelek forces as a part and partial of SPLM-IO. I would like to tell you some things. The Agwelek forces, they start fighting before IO some years back, fighting for certain objectives. And some of them were mentioned in our paper, our position paper. The land issue in the Shulu kingdoms. This was main objective of the formation of the Agwelek forces. I think this issue was well known to all of us, those who were in Juba. By then, when I was the commissioner of Shula County, the better ones who came with Agwelek forces, and we made our position very clear to the government of Salva Kiir Mayardit that we are tired of problem the border issue, and this issue has to be addressed. We joined the government simply not because we want to join, but we are a peace lover people. We love peace. For almost 2 years, 3 years when we were in the government, nothing has been done. And this issue is concern of us all, by the way. We had made this issue very clear to SPLM-IO chairman that we have the issue we need to be resolved. And that issue, if it remain there, it's not addressed well, then the Shulu community will continue struggling to get the right, because we are being generalized. The land issue is very important to be addressed, because, you know, there's no somebody who can just say, I want to make more land, so I want to create land. Land created by God for the people, and people remain there. So if it is taken, it means nothing. The other issue we have discussed with SPLM in opposition is our share. How do we share the national cakes with other political, with SPLM-IO? That one does not matter. We have agreed some issues, and then some issues that we cannot address, but that's not the main issue. The main issue I've told you, that's the land issue. Second to this, we have to make it very clear, because this I think we are going to discuss tomorrow. With the Shulu community, we are completely desperate and tired of all these problems all over the years. We have put everything very clear. Either there is a federal or there is no federal within our own states. To diminish ourselves. Thank you.
We thought that it was the end of our suffering as South Sudanese when we got independence from long years operations. But what was done by our brothers from North Sudan, I think this government have done worse than that. The national CAG and all these things, if we talk as Shuluk community that merged with the SPLM-IO, we actually, the objectives that we are doing, it's also based for the things and the problems of South Sudanese, other South Sudanese. Although we talk about the Shuluk community problems as land and all these things, but actually this is the base of putting head together, because now it's not us alone. Equatoria is doing the same thing, Western Equatoria, even Barghazal. So you can see everybody is boiling in South Sudan, because a very worse government is taking people to nowhere. So in here, I don't want to say more because my brother said. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, allow me to convey my greetings to you all this afternoon. My name is Agwelek. I'm the youth leader for the Greater Bahr el Ghazal Youth Union, an initiative that we initiated in 2011 that aimed at uniting and creating peace amongst the youth, an initiative that we aimed at extending further to the entire country. And today, I sit before you all to declare my joining to the SPLM in opposition. The prolonged suffering of the South Sudanese citizens, particularly from the current war, continues to overshadow the moral beliefs that bounded us for decades during the respective struggles for South Sudan's independence. Acceptance of the current and deteriorating situation in our beloved country is our collective responsibility. Today, I declare my utmost support and allegiance to the SPLM-NA in opposition under the leadership of Dr. Riek Machar Teng, and to all comrades aligned to this historic reformist movement. The SPLM-A in opposition has become a matured idea of total reforms that will set the platform for a nationwide coalition of political, economic, and social inclusion, which will result to a new South Sudan with secured, brighter future for the suffering citizens. The idea, a term that I use to describe Comrade Chairman Dr. Riek Machar, mainly stipulates total reforms as based on the current state of the country's affairs and poor governance that continues to derail progress and stability in the Republic of South Sudan. The country under the current leadership has lost direction and vision. The government's commitment to a lasting and sustainable peace still remains unclear. Democracy that is intended to secure a decent living for the people of South Sudan has been turned to a manipulative tool that only favors a few. Corruption and misuse of public funds are evident, especially with the ongoing war favoring a few government beneficiaries only. Nepotism and the growing division of South Sudanese along tribal and regional lines is also a significant reflection of the poor governance presently mounting insecurity amongst the citizens of South Sudan. Today, I call upon all citizens of South Sudan, particularly the youth, to take a stand against the current dictatorial way of governance that has halted the country's progress for almost a decade and become part of Dr. Riek Machar's vision, the idea. I strongly believe that Dr. Riek Machar has the key to guarantee a brighter future for South Sudan and the modalities to which the country can best be operational for the people. I urge all the patriotic sons and daughters of South Sudan to wake up and pledge their support to the SPLM-AIO under Dr. Riek Machar's leadership. South Sudan belongs to all its citizens, and our differences should unite us. For if we are united, we can have the strength to propel our nation to greater heights and extents. I believe that we are one people, and as a people, the country that belongs to us belongs to all. And our unity is already reflecting as we sit in this room. And thanks to Comrade Doctor, Chairman.
Basically, this is a declaration of principles. SPLM, SPLA-IO, and Agwelek forces hereby referred to as two parties, and after 7 days of engagement, have agreed on the following as a basis of merger. One, the two parties are cognizant of the situation in South Sudan today, which is slipping into an abyss and requires drastic steps to stop it from sliding. Two, the country is gripped by serious problems, including genocide, crimes against humanity, hate, civil war, insecurity, land grabbing, rampant corruption, tribalism, nepotism, spiraling inflation, bad leadership, and so many more. Three, adopting the position paper of Agwelek. Four, merging the two forces under the auspices of Agwelek and SPLM-IO, and the details are to be worked out. Five, meeting the demands of Agwelek delegation. With the above stated principles, we, the undersigned, do hereby declare the merger of the aforementioned two parties into SPLM-SPLA.
Of this government, where does this leave your commitment to the
It's
peace
engaged
process?
in massive offensive against our forces. In Unity State, they have displaced over 100,000 human beings. Currently in northern Upper Nile, in Jongole, they are engaged in not respecting the cessation of hostility agreement. So we can't sit idle and wait them to continue with their atrocities.
So you're saying dialogue is futile at this point?
No, we need dialogue, but they have to understand what dialogue is. Dialogue does not mean offensive against us.
Not agree with the government, then what? Do we go back to the...
We are hopeful that the peace process will be successful, and so we don't want to put that in our mind that it's going to fail. There are organic pressures, as my comrades have said, and there are also international pressures that will come to bear on both parties, and there will definitely be peace, and peace is coming. Thank you very much for coming, and again, sorry for the delay.